Hey everyone, Sargna here and welcome to another video. In today's video I will be showing an attack which I have been using in Legends League. This attack is the Witch Slap. I haven't used it since I moved to Tank Hall 13, but a clanmate got attacked by it in Legends League and decided to give it a go to see how strong it would be. You have 5 Ice Golems, 15 Witches and a P.E.K.K.A. using the Wall Wrecker to go all the way into the center of the base. And in the Wrecker you will have a P.E.K.K.A, an Ice Golem and a Giant. The spells to be used, I started using 8 bats and 5 freezes, however I decided to swap 1 of each for a jump. I've noticed this attack is really good against ring bases as well. This is my legend log for yesterday and you can see it is quite strong, but you can also get 1 stars with this army. I got 3 1 stars, which is one of the reasons as well why I added the jump. One was a 98, a 94, and but we also got 4 triples in the end. We finished with 234 stars, which is pretty good after you have 3 1 stars. So let's go to the first attack. Okay, so here I go against VO75 from Romania, Anca. So let's see. So what I tried looking at is first, if I can go straight into an eagle and splash damage, that's what I tried going first. Basically the eagle, if it's still standing and targets your bats, then the raid is over. So you want to get rid of that eagle or any other splash damage that might kill all your bats. So I just put my 5 Ice Golems pretty much spread out, going in where my wrecker is gonna be going, and then put the army of witches on the back. Then I put one of the P.E.K.K.As on one of the flanks, like on this case I put it at 3 o'clock. I put the royal champ on the other flank, so at 6 o'clock, and then I send my king and my queen and the warden with my wrecker all the way inside into the base. Here I put the bats on top of the scatter since there's no splash damage there, and then you've got 4 freezes to use as you please. We still have some Ice Golems alive which are going to be freezing things over there. So now the only thing that is splash damage at the moment is that scatter. So I'm just going to start freezing it just to make sure that it doesn't suddenly decide to turn around and get all my bats. Now Baby Dragon did came out of the CC which started hitting all of my bats, so that's why I decided to freeze it for a little bit, just to give my bats a little bit more time for tanking. However, we've got a lot of witches there and the queen to just get rid of that CC, and that's gonna be 3-star for us. As you can see, I don't bring a poison. I don't find it necessary. When you have 15 witches, they can pretty much get rid of that CC, no problem. So that's pretty much how I go towards all of the bases. I try looking, okay, where is the most splash, where is the eagle, where's the scatters, and then I just send my Ice Golems first, followed by the witches, then my flanking P.E.K.K.A, my flanking royal champ, and then just send the wrecker. On this case, because I didn't think there would be much value for the P.E.K.K.A to go on the side, I decided to send it in the middle as well with the wrecker, with the king, queen and the warden. I put my RC on one of the corners just to make sure that that corner is nicely funneled. Use the warden ability just to make sure that my wrecker goes in. I use one of the freezes for the single and the scatter, but the other single also targeted my wrecker, so the wrecker is gonna go down there. However, all of my army is going in, or most of it is going in, so they're gonna be able to get rid of that town hall. So I send my bats, use the freeze a little bit late on that waste tower. I could have done a little bit better, but at least my main army now is getting rid of that eagle, so that eagle is not going to be targeting my bats, which is perfect. Now we look for more splash, so there's that wizard tower at 6 which we get rid of. I must say, when you're using bats and when you're using freezes, even if you see that your scatter is targeting something, if you have the freeze and you can freeze it, freeze the scatter, because it just turns around so quickly. If that whatever it's targeting dies, it will turn around quickly, shoot your bats, that's it, raid is done. So we don't have any more freezes, but we still have the queen, the warden, a lot of witches left, and the base is done. As I said before, this attack I find it a lot stronger against ring bases. A lot of the 1-stars that I've had have been against anti 3-star bases, and that's mainly because so that you get the most value out of the Rekka, I usually come opposite from the Town Hall. And because of that, and because I wasn't bringing a jump before, all my troops wouldn't reach the Town Hall, so I would get a 98% 1-star. So here again, I use the Ice Golems, put the witches, bring the Wrecker in, going towards that first scatter shot and that eagle. And I also noticed that the 2 multi-infernos were on that side as well, which is why I decided to go on that side. Pretty much most of the splash that was going to kill my bats are on that side, so if I can just get rid of it with the main part of my army, then I can let my bats just fly around. I send them around 6 o'clock. I still have my 4 freezes. TRC is getting rid of that waste tower. I'm just using that freeze for the expos and the Town Hall. I could have used it for the waste tower before so that my bats didn't die, but that's another thing. You have so many bats that it takes the waste tower a few shots to be able to get rid of all of your bats. Now the bats go to the last waste tower. The waste tower is going to get rid of them, but we've got the base down. We only have that archer tower left, which goes down, and the queen can get rid of the enemy queen, the E-drag, and is just clean up now. And with that many skeletons, any heroes, i.e. the king, they just can't do anything about it. So pretty much with this attack, it's very spammy, but just very easy to use, and it's always the same thing. Identify where to come in. You identify the correct spot where to come in, get rid of most of the splash, get rid of the eagle, get rid of the scatter. That would be awesome. And then just send your army in. As you can see, again, we've got the ice golems, followed by the witches and the Wrecker all the way in. Gonna go in towards the eagle, the scatter shot, so we want to get rid of that. Put my RC at the 3 o'clock and P.E.K.K.A at 6. The 4 freezes, they're mainly used for bats. However, if the RC is about to go down to a single, you can use one of the freezes on it. You've got so many freezes that it really doesn't matter. If it helps your push, definitely use it. Obviously, another thing you can do is like use one ice golem on one of the flanks and use the ice golem on the other one. This one I pretty much was testing it, just spammy attack. I just do the same thing over and over again and see if it worked, and it was working really well. But obviously you can just change a few things, create a good funnel, make sure that most of your army goes into the center, and then this army will be even stronger. That jump for my main army to go into the center, obviously that last waste tower gets rid of all my bats, but this attack, pretty much if your bats have gotten the value that they needed, then the rest of the army, the witches, the heroes, can get rid of the rest of the base easily. So it's nice when you have your bats still alive and cleaning the whole base, but it's not necessary. You've got so many troops, so many skellies going all over the place that you can 3-star, no worries. So that was that base. So now let's have a look at this one, going against Anka from World Cool Guys. So again, I'm looking, okay, where's the splash damage, where's the eagle? The eagle is over there, so I send my ice golems, witches, Rekka, P.E.K.K.A on 3 o'clock, create a bit of a funnel. I send my king, queen, and warden behind the Rekka. I send my RC at 6 just to create the other side of the funnel, make sure that most of my army goes in with the Rekka towards the town hall. Eagle goes down, Rekka's still going in. Put my jump just to make sure that the troops do go in there. The tornado trap gets triggered. The RC is still going nice and strong. She is very good when she's flanking, and if you have all the skellies and a couple of witches behind her just supporting, she can take out a lot of the defenses. Now sending all my bats, the only splash is the wish tower there at 9. So I freeze it again, pathing wasn't very good for my bats, so it goes down. Now I don't have any more freezes left, so the scatter is just gonna smash my bats. But again, we still have so many witches on the right side and on the left side with the queen and the warden that they're just gonna be able to overwhelm this base. Now that the final scatter has gone down, is just getting rid of the last few defenses. We still have the queen ability, which we will use here against the the warden statue. And that's it. The single inferno is stuck on the arches. The queen can get rid of the single inferno, and there's no more defenses left. So really nice attack, very nice and easy as well. Very spammy, yes, but it's fun to use. And yeah, these are pretty maxed out bases. So again, I'm looking here to the north of the base. There wasn't really much splash damage up there, so I decided to just go straight into the town hall, send all my ice golems, put the witches, put the P.E.K.K.A. at 3 o'clock just to get rid of those buildings on the outside, and make sure that my main army goes inside. Put my RC around 6:30 just to get rid of that first layer of defenses, just to make sure my main army does stick in the middle, going with the wrecker all the way into the town hall. Obviously I don't need the jump anymore here, so I'm just gonna use it for my main army to jump out of that town hall compartment now towards the eagle and towards that Whiz Tower. Now because I funnel my troops to go towards the right, once they get rid of this scatter, I send my bats from the left just to get rid of these other defenses. Now if you look at the base, there's only one splash damage left, and it's that Whiz Tower, which I freeze. Obviously there's still the RC, and the enemy queen just went down now, but that's not a problem for the bats. No splash damage left. However, one of the things you need to keep in mind, even if there's no splash damage left, if there's still a Tesla farm left and you still have freezes available, just freeze the Teslas. They can get rid of your bats so quickly. Even though they're not a splash defense, they can get rid of bats very quickly, so definitely use your freezes there. Use my final freeze, and the bats get rid of the final defense now, and it's just clean up. Very nice and quick attack. We still have 1 trillion witches left, and yeah, a fun one as well. So now this is our final attack against this base. I don't know, I saw it a couple of times, so I'm guessing it's a base that people are running. If you have this base, I suggest don't run it, it's pretty bad. But so the same thing, put the ice golems, put the witches, put the breaker, go all the way into the town hall. Now as you can see, the eagle is a little bit more inside the base, so I decided to send my wrecker straight in towards the first scatter. The P.E.K.K.A. is going to be beating through a wall and going inside the base, and then they're going to be able to get rid of all that resource storages on the outside as well. The wrecker goes all the way inside. On this one I didn't use jump spell as well, so I was able to bring the 8 bats and 5 freezes. Now I'm freezing that Whiz Tower. The bats thankfully are going towards the eagle, so they're gonna be able to bring it down. My main army is bringing the town hall down, and now we've got that scatter, which I freezed, and that Whiz Tower as well. We're gonna freeze it now and freeze the scatter again. You've got so many freezes that you can just keep freezing everything, and the scatter goes down, and that's pretty much all she wrote, and the base is done. So now it's just clean up, and that's it. So yeah, this attack is really fun to use, really easy to use. Basically identify the base. You need to, the biggest thing with this attack is how you use your free spells with your bats, and also identifying what's the best entry for the base. Just make sure you get rid of the splash damage first with your witches. Make sure that you get rid of the eagle as soon as possible, possibly a scatter shot as well, and that the record goes all the way into the town hall. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more interesting attacks. See ya.